the Weather Authority.
Well, it's not like we weren't warned that the brief respite of fall was just that, a brief respite from summer.
I know. Blake.
I know. You know how I feel about it. I am not a big fan of the heat, but September coming up on Monday. How about that? And also in passing, September going into the height of hurricane season. Today also marking the 9th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Thankfully, the tropics are quiet tonight, but the radar was active earlier this afternoon. Thankfully, that has quieted down as well. Here's a live look over the River City this evening. It's a pleasant night. Temperature 79 degrees currently at the airport, 80 degrees at the beach, and the same in Arlington. Southeasterly winds here at 9 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour in Arlington. And we're going to continue to see this pattern over the next couple of days. We're going to have some pretty healthy rain chances in your forecast as well. So what we saw today will likely be repeated for tomorrow. That means not every backyard's going to get wet, but where it does rain, it could be on the heavy side. Live look at Live 5 Doppler radar. All is quiet here across our region, but you take a look out over the open Atlantic here, and there are a couple of thunderstorms, but these are moving away from our region, so no consequence to our forecast for tonight. Temperature's nice and comfortable out there, 79 degrees in the downtown area, 76 degrees in St. Augustine, 74 degrees in Palatka, 84 degrees in Waycross this hour, 80 degrees in Valdosta. Winds light and variable across the region, still perhaps maybe a little gusty here in Fernandina at 13, but all in all, not too bad out there. Now, speaking of tropics, again, taking a wide look at the open Atlantic here, not a whole lot going on. There's Cristobal, what's left of it. Now an extratropical system moving up into the Canadian Maritimes. All is quiet here over the western Atlantic. The Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea. This is where things begin to get interesting a little bit here. You'll notice a big blowup of thunderstorms in the northwestern Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center monitoring this, but likely, if there is any circulation, will move into the Houston area later on this evening. So no development is expected from that particular system. But you look out over the Caribbean Sea, and we are monitoring Invest 98L, and you can see quite a bit of thunderstorm activity associated with this. And this is going to continue to move through the western Caribbean Sea towards the Yucatan Peninsula. Once it does so, the National Hurricane Center gives us a 30% chance of development once it gets into the Bay of Campeche, and then it should move off into northern Mexico. But we're going to continue to monitor it, and the reason why we're fairly confident of that track is thanks in part to high pressure that's just off the Atlantic coast. There goes the deep tropical moisture from that system currently sitting off the Texas coast. A front is going to come down into, it'll get into central Georgia here, but stall out. If anything, that'll help aggravate our rain chances heading into the middle part of the upcoming week. But you'll see there is the likely path of what could be, and it's a very big could, Dolly as it moves into the, again, the southern Gulf of Mexico and probably, at least at this time, into northern Mexico. But we have a long time to watch this, and we'll continue to keep you updated on it if indeed it does become anything. For your hour-by-hour forecast for tonight, starting at 11 o'clock, the model picking up on just a couple of showers, probably overdoing it just a little bit. But this is where I want to show you, starting tomorrow at 1:35 in the afternoon, just a couple of spotty showers here. This is a fairly good model, so if it's not painting a lot of rain, you probably won't anticipate a lot of rain for tomorrow afternoon. But again, where it does rain, the rain could be heavy. We're going with about a 40 to 50% chance of rainfall. Again, that'll be mainly west of town for the early part of the afternoon, stretching into the I-95 corridor by the time we get into the late evening hours. So keep that in mind if you have any outdoor activities for tomorrow. For tomorrow, speaking of which, we're looking for high temperatures in the lower 90s across our region, 93 on the north side, 92 downtown, maybe 94 in Orange Park, 96 out in Cecil Commerce. That's probably a little warm, but you get the idea. Summer's not quite over with yet here in northeastern Florida. 74 degrees is your expected low temperature for tonight. For tomorrow, 88 degrees by the noon hour, 30% chance of rain, increasing to a 50% chance of storms by 5 o'clock, a temperature in the lower 90s, and the full boat here. We're looking for scattered PM thunderstorms for tomorrow. Heading into Sunday, we're looking at about 92 degrees there with, again, scattered showers and storms in your forecast. And by the time we get to Labor Day, we're looking at, again, steamy conditions, so hopefully nobody's laboring outside. But temperatures will hold on into those lower 90s heading into the early part of next week with scattered showers just about every single day. Tom and Mary.
Thank you, Blake.
An investigation of a shocking case of elderly neglect